at the funeral, I gave the eulogy and I talked about being grateful and happy. How many eulogies have you heard where people are grateful and happy? I think too often we as humans, we as a society aren't deliberate, aren't proactive, aren't thoughtful in making the best use of our minutes and being excited and being happy. And we sort of get on the proverbial treadmill and we sort of go through the motions of, yeah, this job is, it pays the bills. That's wrong. That's horrible. That's a miserable way to live. And that's why for me, there's so much negativity in the world. And I talk about that too. Part of what motivated me to write this and part of the mission I'm on right now is let's stop with the negativity. Throw me all the bad things that are going on and I'll tell you why all those are amazing, right?
What's an example of that, Scott? Give me a bad thing that's happening in the world and I'll give you the good thing.
Let's start with the easiest one, right? So we're coming right out of COVID, like, oh my God, this was horrible. And by the way, it was horrible. There's no doubt about it. But what came good of it? Well, for me, I got so much more family time. For so many people, it was a major aha moment where they didn't go back to the same job. They didn't go back to the same routine. They took on new hobbies. They got involved in new things. So while the world is focused on how bad COVID was and how many deaths there were, which is horrible. Again, I can't credibly say to you, well, whatever, we lost X number, 100 million people. But look at how great it is. Like that would be ridiculous. What I'm saying is instead of focusing on all the negativity, look at all the positivity that comes out of it. Look at opportunities to sort of spin things and look at them differently. I'll give you another great example. I talk in the book, and one of the major aha moments in my life was the death of both of my parents. I lost both of my parents at younger ages, not very young. My dad was 65, my mom was 70. And at the funeral, I gave the eulogy and I talked about being grateful and happy. How many eulogies have you heard where people are grateful and happy? I'm like, I'm grateful you're all here. I'm grateful that I had my dad as long as I did. I'm grateful that my dad had a heart attack 23 years ago and he still got to see me get married, have children, go through all these things. I'm happy that he got to know my children. So again, there's a wonderful example of, I can't think of almost a worse day of someone's life than being at the funeral of a loved one. And I found a way to be grateful and happy at that.